Welcome back to Pathfinder, War for the Crown. Not Crownfall no more, but instead Songbird, Scion, and Saboteur. Last we left our party, 3 of them pledged their alliance to the Princess and Lady Martella Lothheed, and 2 of them left. In between all of that, and the next time they got called on to help, Desmond, Calbion / Hugh, and Aravid all received some agents that may work for them. A new phase of game has been introduced called the Persona phase, which allow things to happen. And you guys will be given quite a lot of downtime. Some of this downtime taken care of in the background of, I don't know why I'm talking about it like this, but in the background in Discord GMs. So if you all want to do a roll-off to decide who begins describing their things first, you may do so. As in, roll a d20.
I'm sorry, what are we describing?
The stuff that you've done in the background with your, like going shopping or using
yes,
your
right.
agents.
But I didn't know we did that yet.
And you all rolled very low, and we're going to go from lowest to highest.
Okay,
so
that works.
Okay. Mr. Desmond, yes, we didn't really talk much in the background, but if there was anything you had planned during the downtime between when Martella will contact you next, now is the time to do so. I'll bring everyone to the lovely map of Opara.
Excellent.
For things and stuff.
Okay, so I think last session, it was, or well, maybe between sessions, it was decided that the item that I was looking for was not readily available, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It may be, but I do not believe it available within the city of Opara.
Okay. I think what Desmond would try to do, knowing that there's still several hostile forces in the area, I think he would try to disrupt their communications, even if it's a little bit. Because now he can transform at will, and he can stay like that, like, basically indefinitely. And I would like to, like, receive parcels for, like, barracks, or pretend to be a courier, and, like, as things are being sent out, like, I intercept it and it just never arrives at its destination. Is it possible to do that?
That is possible. That is a thing that your persona phase can indeed do. Demonstrating your prowess, if you succeed at this task, your persona phase with that facet increases by 1. And one of these things you can do is called sabotaging opponents. Which uses genius or subterfuge. You cunningly set one of your opponents up for a fall, perhaps causing shameful secrets to go public, or just stealing information, sabotaging your opponents. Associated skills are knowledge, local, or nobility for genius, or sleight of hand, or stealth for subterfuge.
Oh, interesting. Is there a activity for bluff?
Bluff.
Depends what you want to go for. There is bluff for charm on arranged secret meeting.
Yeah, you can arrange secret meetings.
Oh, okay. Would I be able to pose as, like, low-level officers then? And, like, participate in meetings that way? Or is that too much of a stretch?
I think that's too much, because arranged secret meeting is you arrange a clandestine meeting between individuals who can't or won't speak openly against
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair. Knowledge nobility, you said?
Knowledge, nobility, or local if you're using genius for sabotage opponent.
Very well. I will use genius. And in this situation, is this considered dealing with? Wait, I know I get a +2 bonus to knowledge nobility or something if it's against a specific person. You know what? I'm just gonna roll, and
Okay.
we'll see where it lands. Oh, that's not bad.
Okay, well, 19. Let's see here. Because there's a DC, I believe. The DC, then you attempt a skill check associated with the task. The DC equals 15 plus twice the rank you are trying to achieve. So if you're just trying to go up one rank,
It would have been 17, and if I was going up 2, it would have been 19.
yes. So you succeed. How? Without going through any, like NPC names, describe how Desmond sabotages insert opponent here via
So,
genius.
I think it probably would have happened. What's the most populated merchant area? It was probably Eastport and Westport.
Probably.
Okay, so I think he would have spent a small amount of time, like looking for ways to amplify his abilities, but upon not finding any feasible solutions, he probably just sees these soldiers going back and forth and decides, you know what, I can still be productive, and like he follows them to their barracks and figures out where these couriers drop off parcels and where they pick up parcels, and he just starts noting down when the parcels usually arrive on these mail routes, and he starts intercepting messages and like changing details on the messages, blurring out parts of the message to look like it was damaged by water by using his hydrokinesis, and kind of just disrupting their flow of communication.
And disrupt flow of communication amongst those who have quote unquote taken hold of Opara. You do, and so my good Mr. Desmond, you go up one rank in genius. I don't know why I'm doing these accents, but I'm having fun.
I like it. Oh wait, was it 1 or 2?
Were you wanting to go up one rank? Because I guess I should specify. It does say you can choose how many ranks you want to go up with your roll. It just gets the DC gets harder. Like if you want to
Okay.
if you want to make a roll and say, I want to make this roll to go up, increase my rank by 10. You can do that.
Oh, but it's super difficult.
But it gets difficult the more you try and go up. So was this just 1, or were you trying to go up?
Oh, I see. Okay, I'll take the 1. Where do I keep track of these statistics?
I will write all of this down later, but I would recommend maybe in your notes section of your character sheets, or if you are keeping physical notes or Google Doc notes.
Okay, so plus I currently have 1 rank in subterfuge and 1 rank in what was this one called?
Genius.
Genius. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, while you are disrupting flow of enemy lines, what is Hugh and or Calbion? What has he been up to?
So Albion or Hugh, they have been reviewing the past few encounters and seeing how he's been reviewing how the battles went, replaying it, thinking like if what could have improved if they had like certain equipment ready. So reviewing the past battle against Mr. Smiles and his goons, he noticed how effective, yet the amount of risk his bombs have. So after actually seeing, as I guess back in his domain, guns weren't really used, since like we have a woodland domain, so like really we don't we use ammo or guns or firearms out there that often. So so Hugh basically has just been looking into how guns are made, what is required in order to make certain components. So first that he spent a lot of gold to acquire the materials and the tools in order to craft a gun, and as well as learn how to properly use a gun. During that time, he also asked his agents if it would be possible to research how we could possibly advance the firearm technology. See if, like, in the near future, when a full-on battle war breaks out, if we would be able to supply our troops with better equipment. And I'm thinking that's like under research, I believe.
Let us see here. Let me look at the agents. Ah, here are the operations. I'm looking in the wrong place. Yes, under your direction, your agents scour libraries for relevant information. You can use the result of your operation check in place of a single research check. Your agents must spend the required time, but this research takes none of your time.
Okay. So what do I need to roll for this particular operation? Or what would you say I would need to roll? Knowledge engineering?
Let's see. A PC can initiate an operation check. An operation check is a d20 roll with a bonus equal to the number of agents the PC sends on its mission, and its DC is set by the specific operation.
And you have as many agents as twice the amount of ranks that you have.
Yes, you both have 2 agents. Start.
2.
Okay.
Oh, right. We have to get more.
Let's see. Persona phase, you are certainly interesting. So I think you just roll a d20 plus your agents. I don't think it's a specific skill. I do not believe that would be successful in getting this research.
Alright, that's fine.
So you are
right.
gathering your weaponry, you are making new weapons, you send your agents out to research, but they come back, not much to be able to give you. Is there anything else that Hugh Beyond does?
No, I think that would be it. I just gathered the supplies necessary to be able to fight with a gun.
Okay, and do that you do. How about Aravid?
Okay. So in the little time that passes... Oops. Oh, shit. Okay, well, I'll do that after. I acquired two potions of Cure Light Wounds as well as a potion of Vanish for the dire circumstances that my skill is not enough to get away. I think I would rather spend my time developing Persona. I have to refresh my page because I hacked up my character sheet, but
Dang ol' heck and heck.
I might actually go for Charm this time around.
Oh.
Let me see.
You can arrange a secret meeting, you can drive legislation, you can organize some parties.
Some parties, yes.
Yes, indeed. And you do also have a certain house that you can hold these popular social events.
Very true. Just gotta find a time when others are not around in my family. Okay, let's see.
Oh, I was making mention of Lucia.
Oh yeah, that.
Although
Check
Mims is there,
legislation.
if we want to do that.
No. Party. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We're starting this with a party check.
Okay.
I'm getting people, like-minded people, hopefully, together, trying to suss out who might be good for this organized secret meeting, and just upping my presence.
Okay.
So, organized party, associated skill, diplomacy, and then what's the DC?
The DC is 15
right.
plus. Yeah.
So I have one charm, and we kind of talked about it, Whispers. I don't know how you want to work this, but I'll just see what the outcome is. Oh wow, okay. That's a 27 diplomacy.
Well, that will go up a rank for charm.
Mhm.
You and I think I'm gonna go it with your way. That makes a lot more sense. So with each rank you go up, it's gonna get harder. The DC will increase rather than you going, oh, I want to go up 10 ranks with this roll and then determining the DC. No, with each successful rank, the DC gets higher. Your charm goes up. You organize a party. You put together a popular social event that is the talk of the town. Does Aravid partake? What goes on? Who talks about what?
I do partake. Obviously, well, there are others to assist with this party, but I will be servicing a little as to not be so in the way, but I will make my presence known, and I will try to seed a little bit of curiosity as far as racial discrimination. Just set some feelers out on this initial party.
Mm-hmm.
See if there are any partygoers that care about this as well.
Okay. There are definitely like-minded people within this party. You've brought together, I imagine with all of these, even if it's not a subterfuge skill, I still imagine, with it being the talk of the town, and the town currently in a state of, so many people just got murdered. I imagine it's like a speakeasy. You put together this secret get-together.
A little bit.
So there are definitely people who are, they want to get rid of the what's the I can't think of the word. Someone else can help me here. What's the word?
Primogeniture?
Well, no. Well, yes.
Not
But
that word.
what's the other word?
What are we looking for?
Something archy when men are always in control.
Patriarchy?
Patriarchy. Thank you. I was thinking hierarchy for some reason. I was like, that's not right.
I mean, it's a male hierarchy.
Yeah. But there are people there trying to get rid of the patriarchy, supporting the princess. There are people who are like, Grand Prince Davian was kind of a racist. So you do find, there are like-minded people within this party.
Okay, wonderful. I guess I'll wait for Dex persona phase. Because I think you can only do one thing per phase.
Yes, and I believe, Hugh/Calbion has made use of the agents already. I believe, so there's a week's worth of time between now and when Martella would next contact you. The three of you each have 2 persona phases you can do.
Oh, wow.
We just did round 1 of persona phases.
Excellent. All right. Then I already have my next persona phase planned out.
So
shall we just go?
Let's do another roll off.
Okay. Okay. So the same order.
We're gonna make it fun. We're gonna go in reverse order this time.
Okay.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will reach out to those relevant, and I will make an escape artist check to arrange a secret meeting far from view.
Ooh.
Which is a +8. 13 plus 8, 21. That's successful.
Yes, and describe, how do you arrange this clandestine meeting between individuals?
Yes. It's sort of like a rave in that you get kind of weird instructions into through like what would otherwise be unsafe locations, but are pretty safe. And I send that information out to those that I got a bit of a feel for. And we had a nice little meeting after letting people gather, where I brought up primogeniture, brought up Princess Eutropia, but also a more settled, more open discussion about the racial discrimination that goes on in Opara and Taldor as a whole.
Of course, and you have people joining you there who also speak about it. It is a worrying thing that they mention that their voices are unable to be heard due to Prince Davian's now deadly rule. And you are able to talk with all of these people and hear them out, and able to gather these like-minded peoples to actually discuss these things in safety. And it goes well. Your secret meeting goes well. And congratulations, you go up in subterfuge.
Thank you.
Now, we go down to the 12.
Alright. I suppose, I am gonna go ahead and hold a lecture about, I suppose, engineering, to see if I can catch people's interest, or people who study in the field I might be able to attract their attention as well.
Okay. Roll me a knowledge engineer.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Well, unfortunately, that fails. You give the lecture. You're delivering this academic lecture. It's just unfortunate that the crowd who you've drawn really don't seem to be listening. They're passing by. They're like, this guy's talking about guns, man. What's he talking about? And they kind of just pass on by. No one really giving a listen.
So, I suppose I just noticed this, but under Persona phase, I guess technically I wasn't supposed to be able to do a basic operation until rank 2.
Yeah, I noticed that after.
It's fine.
Okay.
I didn't want to be annoying.
These rules are weird.
Okay.
They're
fair
new. We're learning them. It's fine. Desmond.
Yes. So, I think Desmond is gonna kind of take this disruption of the city military forces like to another level, and maybe start figuring out who is who and where we can find sympathizers. So he's gonna sit in on a poker game that some of the officers and some of the local barracks are having, and he's just gonna casually bring up in conversation because he's received letters of, oh yeah, there's like riots over here, there's protests over here. He's gonna be like, so how are things in the Narrows? I don't think that things are as bad as they are in Westport, and kind of get the officers to kind of casually open up while he's pushing chips in and like bluffing them out of hands, and like he's keeping them off balance with both his plays and his words.
Okay, so what are you trying to do here?
That would be arrange a secret meeting.
Okay. So, bluff, disguise, or escape artist. I assume you're going with charm. You're going with bluff.
Yes.
Congratulations, you go up a rank.
Whee!
As your charm gets better. You are playing the games. Some of the guards are saying how, it's not, the city's not chaos, but they're not really getting word from the higher ups. The Senate Hill, Senator's Hall is locked down. None of the normal guards are really allowed in. They're kind of just their normal patrols. So you do get some interesting information. And as all of your tasks come to an end, as the week passes, each of you find yourselves with a letter in hand. You read it, and it directs you to meet Martella Lothheed at the Portmost Club, or Porthmost Club. You would all know it to be an exclusive tea house in Opara's Aerodens View district. Within this letter, she instructs you all to pack for a long trip through the country and to bring at least one fine outfit, a suitable hunting outfit, and at least one respectable mask or costume.
Okay, that's gonna take money.
Calvion did all of that with one costume.
Albion did that several sessions ago.
Okay.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention something. With some things, who is currently holding on to? Because I forget who's currently holding on to. What is it called? Where is it?
What, Dignity's Barb?
Yeah, who's holding on to Dignity's Barb, and who has the other thing? The Envoy ring. Do you have both?
I have both.
Okay.
They explode.
I'm not sure where you're going to be able to mark this down, but There's a mechanic within this adventure. Well, they're called relics. Relics upgrade when you do things, such as rescuing a Taldan noble and laying low assassins who oppose the rule. Rescuing Lady Martella Lothheed kindles the faded magic lying dormant in these relics. You have achieved the first triumph for both of these items. This is Barb's triumph. And this is the Envoy's ring. Envoy rings triumph. Yes, some of us have learned how scary charms can be. And so those, your weapons, the Dignity's Barb weapon and the ring each activate long dormant magics and increase as these triumphs activate. And now we can get back to shopping for items. Shopping, going, again, a suitable hunting outfit, a fine outfit, which I believe all of you should have. You've been given fine outfits for the Senator's Ball. And at least a respectable mask or costume. You can go shopping together as best friends. You can go shopping alone because you're not best friends. It's up to you.
I don't think I have quite a connection with the others yet. That'll still take a little bit of time. But I will go out on my own. Hopefully commission a mask.
What would you? Give me a knowledge local if you got it.
I just barely do, a single rank. Oh, but that roll sucked. That's a 9.
I mean, it takes you a while to find someone who's willing to make a custom mask. It takes a good portion of the day, but you can find it. What do you ask for? You walk in. I don't have a store name for you, but you find a clothing store with insert NPC here.
If I am to get a mask, sort of like a masquerade mask, I would like a black cloud for a mask, or sort of like smoke in like wisps around. Obviously not for the eye and whatever else may need. What are you looking at?
Yep.
But yeah, I'm looking for a commissioned smoky cloud mask for my mask, and then I just need to get fit for outerwear. I don't have anything for that, so I need that. Hopefully I can get that a little easier because I can work around styles.
Of course. The person the worker that you talk to, he says, sounds like quite a unique mask you're asking for. It's probably going to run up the higher prices of masks, especially because it's a commission. It might be around 50 gold if you got it.
You're speaking to an apparent noble. Drop that price down a little.
Ooh, was that diplomacy? Right? To try and negotiate?
Maybe.
Do a little negotiate?
Little negotiate.
don't know why I gave the NPC like a New York accent. Yeah, all par is New York. Just roll with it.
We can work with that. I actually don't know how to barter, I guess. I mean, diplomacy definitely makes the most sense. It's not directly in there. Anyway, that's an 18.
An 18. I guess I can see like a few, like depending on how you want to barter. I could see diplomacy, I could see bluff, I could see intimidate. Hell, I could even see appraise being used.
True. I'm still gonna go through diplomacy, though my intimidate is better. It's still diplomacy. That's how I went with it.
Let's see. For a noble, I could bring it down to half price.
Let's make it 30 and have it the highest quality you can.
That works for me. And he holds out his hand for a little shake, a little end of negotiation confirmation.
Oh, I negotiate with this guy.
Okay, and time goes by. You do get your mask, and it's pretty
Sweet.
nice. Pretty nice mask.
And then hopefully I can just get some outdoorsy gear. I don't know how much that would cost. I'm not really looking for... I'm looking for comfort more than anything. I'd rather be back in my noble's outfit.
Yes, of course. I don't think hunting outfit is a thing in the book, so we're just gonna split the difference between like nice outfit and default outfit, like clothing, and we'll just say a hunter's outfit is 3 gold.
Okay. I can do that.
And Aravid, if there's any
That's
more
mine,
shopping.
done.
How about Desmond and Calbion? I mean, yeah, Calbion, you kind of got your outfit already. Or you got your disguise already.
Okay, so I think Desmond would probably during one of these poker nights just be like, he'll just go into the armory and take like a normal like traveling soldier's uniform for a hunting uniform, and probably just ask Calbion, help me dye this so that it doesn't have their colors. Would that be possible?
That can be possible. I am gonna ask for a roll, because of course I am.
Mm-hmm.
I would like a... I think you can give me just a blatant stealth. I mean, you've already gotten in with the guards, but I think I would ask for a stealth to like make it out without anyone questioning the fact that you're taking one of the guards' uniforms.
Okay.
I'm going to say that is good enough because you have distracted them with poker.
All right.
And you can make it out with a guard uniform. Or a basic guard uniform. You know, you're not... I imagine you're not carrying out a full suit of armor.
No, yeah, just a basic guard uniform. Gonna... The most I might do is give it pockets. But other than that, nothing fancy for the hunting uniform. As far as the mask, though, I think he'd probably walk around the market, and I think he would stop at a stall that had a mask on display. It looks like the mask is made of stone, but there are pockmarks on it, and he's gonna mutter to himself, for some strange reason, I feel a connection with this mask.
11 years in the future, Desmond feels a strange connection. Like, it's almost like someone with a similar name had something happen to him.
I like this mask, but it annoys me at the same time. Merchant, how much is this mask?
Because of its stony look, it's less. It seems to be maybe like a mistake of a mask. You know, they put it up like, you know, it's their it's not their best work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, get burned. We'll say, you know, you pay a good 10 silver for this mask.
Okay, so that's just a gold piece, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will take that mask and would it be possible to talk the merchant into buy one for 15 and get two instead?
A buy one get one deal.
Yeah, kinda.
Give me a diplomacy.
Okay.
You notice this is probably the most sales they've seen in a while. They gladly accept the deal.
The second mask is gonna be like it's gonna look like a plain white mask, but one side of the mask looks like it's been burned. And he'll say, this also somehow resonates with me. I'll take both.
Okay.
Thank you for your business.
I get that reference. That's funny. All right, you're able to get your masks. One that seems oddly connected to you, but you don't know how, and the other one, I don't know. Like, it's odd. Like, feels like you should know, but maybe not in this world.
All right, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. And then, Calbion, are you going to buy a hunting outfit, or do you already have one? Because, I mean, you got the mask and costume.
Let's see. If I recall correctly, I believe this envoy's ring allows me to change my appearance.
Does?
Yeah, allows me to transform my appearance and clothing. I'm gonna make it such that the ring changes my outfit from black to brown.
Okay, well then, if all of you have your items settled, I assume you all make your way to the Porthmost Club.
Mm-hmm.
You meet Martella Lothir at this club. She offers you a light lunch and tells you to eat up as the coach that you will all be joining her in departs north soon. You enjoy this light lunch. If you partake, have some small talk, and hop in this coach departing out of Opara. And it's only after that the grand city begins to vanish beneath the horizon does she speak about business. And before talking, she hands you a sealed scroll, Aravid.
Mm-hmm.
And as she hands it to you, she says, I appreciate you agreeing on this trip on such short notice. Please, have an estate. I wish I could say that this little gift didn't come with strings attached, but these are tingled times. As you may have heard, the Ulfen Guard, the Emperor's personal bodyguards, have locked down the Imperial Palace, and they won't allow anyone access until Taldor has an official Grand Prince once again. keeps unreasonable sorts from looting the palace, I suppose, but it also sealed away Eutropia's personal wealth. The Stavian family has another estate, though, the Palace of Birdsong. The Stavians entrusted its care and maintenance to stewards 2 centuries ago. These stewards now refuse to leave and, I'm told, are courting Maxilar Patharius' favor. It doesn't matter that these squatters are my family, or that my half-brother, Bartleby, has been squandering the estate's fortune. While we technically have the authority to demand the estate's return, we lack the power. And if we could weaken Bartleby's power base and woo some of his subordinates to support us, we could reclaim the Palace of Birdsong. And that's where you and your lovely new homes come in. You see, the Lady Alice Bettany died nearly a decade ago, leaving no heirs. We purchased her estate at auction last week, and I have taken the liberty of drawing up a few documents listing you as Bettany family scions. You'll be arriving just in time to make your debut at the annual Tanager Jubilee. The carriage and horses are yours to keep, as you can't very well be seen walking to the Jubilee. I myself will be riding on to Casimir once we near the border. Make friends, learn the lay of the land, and afterward do what you can to win the nobles' and citizens' loyalty. Undermine Bartleby, and wherever you can, try to improve people's lives and engender loyalty. For any overt actions you take, you'll likely want to hide your identity to keep Bartleby from cracking down at you. And I feel I must stress the importance of your task. The princess has sold her townhouse to fund this plan, and at this point her resources are perilously thin. If we're to stand any chance in this bid for the throne, we need a suitable base of operations and steady income. And I feel like it would be my place to offer to you all the ride to the County of Merit, where you are going. It takes 5 days. Plenty of time for you to ask questions to Martella, should you so choose.
I do have one, at least, beginning. What seem to be the fates of the other nobles that were escaping with you?
I managed to usher them to safety before I myself was captured. I had them hide once I learned that I had a bounty on me, and decided to become the main focus of that attack.
Good to know.
Desmond will ask, our destination. So we know the squatters will possibly be hostile or irritable, but do we have any potential friends or allies?
Well, Baron Nicholas O'Cara his housing stands at the edge of the county. I believe you met him during the Senate festivities before the unpleasantness. He's generally a fair-minded and compassionate man and would be a good ally. Hopefully you made a good impression on him.
Excellent. And then for the DM, could you just type that into the...
I certainly
chat,
can.
please?
I know I've showed you this image before, but I'll show it again.
Okay.
And as a reminder, this was Baron... actually, I don't know if I ever shared his art. This is Baron Nicholas O'Cara.
Oh,
No.
That doesn't look familiar.
Doesn't look
Yeah, not
familiar.
familiar.
Okay, well, I'm glad I asked then.
It looks like a badass, though. I'll give him that.
I am pleased to report personally that I've made neither negative nor positive impressions on anyone at that gala.
Well, hopefully the rest of you have.
I know I spoke to somebody and ended up getting on their good side after 2 or 3 checks. I'm just trying to figure out who it was. I don't know who looks familiar here. Oh. Not that person. Not that person. Oh well. I'll look back on the videos.
While we are traveling, do you have any more questions that I could possibly answer? Or is that all?
That's it from me.
Well then, enjoy the ride to Merit. And a couple days go past, 2 days go past. Could, when day 3 comes around, you're still riding. Could Aravid, Desmond, and Calbion, could you give me perceptions?
Ooh, that was really good. What's my bonus? Yeah, also 27.
Damn. All of you would note that during your ride to Merit on this 3rd day, the 3rd afternoon, you have been joined by a rider. Someone riding a horse, just kind of trotting alongside your coach. If said rider would like to describe themselves.
So riding next to the coach is a woman with long flowing red hair. She's got really bright blue eyes. She looks like she's about 5'8", and on the thinner built side, she's dressed in traveling clothes with leather. It seems like it's well worn, as if she's been traveling for some time. But the way she holds herself and her posture says that she's been doing this for quite some time, and she's just very casually just traveling alongside, kind of keeping her horse in pace with the horses towards the front, but mainly riding next to the carriage driver.
Desmond's gonna peek his head out the window of the carriage and say, you there. I really hope you're not a brigand. You're too pretty to be a brigand. Are you a brigand?
Her eyes would kind of shift back a little bit before her whole head would turn. Just a red eyebrow just cocked really high, and she goes, no. Though I appreciate the compliment, however, the first part was a little bit of an insult. Not gonna lie. And then she turns her head forward and continues to ride.
Well, then I may ask, what's your business riding with us? Just similar destinations.
From the inside of the carriage, I will speak at Desmond's torso. Are we getting... Is this a robbery? Are we getting holed up?
I don't
I'm
think
prepping
so.
my
There's
gun
only
just
one
in
of them. There's only one of them. And she doesn't seem to be making any aggressive moves towards our carriage driver.
And again, that little girl
So it's a
wasn't
setup for
showing
later.
Yeah, that little girl from earlier wasn't showing any aggression, so we turned all our backs at her.
We don't speak of that little girl.
Anyway, guns prepped.
Hearing the do I hear that conversation that's happening in the carriage?
I feel like it'd be
If you-
funny to say that you hear a very loud, "We don't speak of that little girl."
Oh yeah,
Well, yeah, he's, like,
absolutely. I
shouting
don't know
back
about
to
everything
everybody.
else.
Can I roll a Can I roll a perception check to see if I heard the other stuff that was being said in the cart?
Sure. You sure can.
A 16.
It didn't sound like anyone was, unless someone would like to say otherwise, it didn't sound like everyone was whispering to each other.
I was trying to make sure that she didn't hear me, but I can roll a stealth check just for...
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like what I said was innocuous enough, so I don't really have a reason to hide it.
I am not trusting of this person who just suddenly started to keep pace with us.
All right. Desmond's gonna lean back up.
I'm waiting for an answer. You're okay first.
Oh, okay.
You are here to burglarize us.
Yep, believe it or not, guys, we made a character whose sole purpose was to kill the three of you and end this campaign.
That's how it goes.
Yep.
Is this character gonna end up with a fucked up face too?
Give me time.
No,
So-
she attacked us.
So hearing the shout and realizing that her pulling alongside them probably is a little bit more questionable than anything else, she kind of slows down her horse so she's like level with Desmond, who's halfway leaning out the window by now, and peeking inside, seeing Martella Lothi, she says, "Oh, hello, Miss Martella Lothi. It's a pleasure to see you. I'm excited to see that you are the one within this carriage and fully support this opportunity to travel alongside you if given the opportunity. As you know, my family have always supported the princess in the past."
She doesn't respond to you directly, new character. She does chuckle a little bit and looks at Desmond. And she looks at you, Desmond, and says, It's good to see that you're making friends already. It is good to see you as well, Anastasia. I apologize. We did not know you would be riding this trail.
Hearing that, she gives a very polite and practiced head bow from the saddle of her horse and says, "Yes, I was doing a delivery and I'm on my way back home. Finding another carriage on the road does give some protection along these roads. I fret the last time that I traveled alone did not end so well for me, but it was nice to find not only a cart, but a familiar cart nonetheless to travel with. Do you mind if I ride along?"
You are more than welcome to join us. The more friends we have in merit, the better. Wouldn't you all agree? And she looks at Aravid, Desmond, and Hugh.
I'm gonna go tap the badges. Like, does she have a history of being a close ally of the princess and you, or is she just like a distant queen?
Martella would answer through the badge and say, "While they are a house serving under my brother, unfortunately they do support the princess's claims."
Desmond's gonna turn back around and say, "Well, it appears that I have made a fool of myself forgive my rudeness. My name is Sir Desmond Belfry, at your service.
You are forgiven, Sir Belfry, though I do recommend that you get back into the cart before you fall out. I am Anastasia Zafiri. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I think it needs to be noted that Desmond isn't like sticking out of the carriage like a dog. It's literally just his head and like his elbow is resting on the window.
That's enough for me. Push. No, I'm kidding.
Just the Kramis style.
I mean, the thought of him fully, like, halfway out of the window, like, with Martella having to hold onto your legs is pretty funny.
I don't disagree. It just wasn't my intended portrayal. I kind of gestured towards my compatriots in the carriage, kind of like, we're introducing ourselves.
Give it time.
A fair response.
Do I recognize any of the people in the cart?
That's a fair question.
I am still in my vigilante mode, so I'm not sure.
Okay, you're still Calbion right
Guess
now.
not.
I guess you can give me a knowledge nobility.
That would track.
Okay. That's an 11.
I
I'm not
don't
that
think
famous.
11 would give you information about the Malisokas.
Okie dokie.
But Martella does say, well, since names won't be spoken, allow me, Anastasia, to introduce you to the new stewards of the Bettany estate. We are on our way there, and more importantly, we're on our way to the Tanager Jubilee, if you would be so inclined to join us. Or, well, join them. I have business elsewhere once we arrive in county.
Yes, I would be honored. And it's nice to hear that I will finally have neighbors again.
That is wonderful news. And unless there's other RP to happen between characters, we're going to move on a couple of days ahead.
I will say that obviously we're still in the carriage and, taking rests out of the carriage, giving our legs a good stretch. But basically the entire time, without fail, I would have the window next to me unimpeded and got wind blowing through my hair the entire time, and I'm just watching the landscape.
Mm-hmm. It's rather open field. Come the final day in Merit, when you arrive, eventually you do begin getting more large trees. Anastasia, you would know this area. It is an old oak forest in Merit known as the Beggar Wood. Given that name for a good reason, because as your coach begins making its way through the Beggar Wood, you are almost immediately set upon by various, one could say, quote-unquote, homeless. They look disheveled, but it seems like a large, almost semi-misplaced marketplace. You're trying to move your cart, your coach, and your horse through, but there's countless upon countless of people, coming up to your windows, buy this rock that I painted a face on it to help me feed my family. Do you have any extras, any spare blankets, please? You know, it's kind of like that type of thing as they are trying to hassle all of you.
Desmond is gonna transform into one of the guards that he played poker with, and kind of work his way to kind of climb on top of the cart. And as like they're starting to pile up, he's gonna grab a couple of gold pieces out of his pocket and say, "Here, take it. Just leave us alone." And he's gonna throw 5 gold coins in different directions as soon as the crowd kind of hits his peak. And I'm gonna throw it like over all their heads, so they need to like turn around and scramble for the gold.
Okay. You do so. And they go scrambling. And a path opens.
And Desmond's gonna transform back into himself as he climbs back in, and kind of mutter to himself, "The state of this country, it certainly does need improvement, but it's not gonna come from paltry offerings to the vagrants. Policy changes need to happen."
Oh, yes, and Martella Lothi hasn't departed yet. She will be soon. She does say she's going to be departing soon, but before she departs, she does say, I will mention that this new title of yours, it does make you tribunes of the neighboring town of Stakis, essentially investing you with the power and responsibility to act as the community's mayor and judge. Should we wish to change this land to support the princess, you will have to earn their loyalty. Make sure the town is built up. Make sure you take care of Merit while I'm gone.
I accept the responsibility.
I would add that should you carry out any covert actions, do it in some sort of disguise, or using alter egos, she kind of nods to Calbion, or some masks, sort of symbols common citizens can rally to. I should also add, I wouldn't recommend using magic to try and influence any of your new neighbors. The Lothieds are a particularly magically aware family, and they are likely to spot such tampering.
Does this include magic to disguise ourselves? And he's gonna just quickly shift his face into the face of his brother before shifting it back.
If you can... Well, I think that would safely fall under an alter ego. What I talk about is more... Don't affect them personally.
Understood.
And as you all get into Merit after telling you all this, she says, as I said, I will be making my way to Casimir to hopefully influence more in separate towns and cities. I wish all of you good luck. Anastasia, it is good seeing you, but unfortunately I will not be staying. So I will bid you all farewell. Should anything important happen, do keep me updated.
Of course, may your travels be smooth.
I can spell that. City. Casimir. And the one you're taking care of is... And you are in... it's either 2 R's or 2 T's. I think it's 2 R's and 2 T's. I might be wrong, or I can just take you to the map of Merit. It's actually Meratt. welcome to Merit. Let me... Boom. That's not what I wanted. What did I do?
So, Manor in Merit, trying to take care of Stocky. I don't think I have this down correctly.
Supposedly we're supposed to take care of Merit, but we have been given authority because we are tribunes of Stockies.
Please.
The exact nobility terminology is about 50% lost on me, but I understand that we have the power to enact change.
See,
So we have
here's-
power because of Stocky.
Yeah.
This is the... A is the Bettany estate. Where is B? B is Stocky. The place where the Tanager Jubilee is taking place is H. It is a lot of information, but that is what it be. This session is the information session, mixed with the shopping session.
Country of Marats. What does that make Taldor?
Taldor. Oh, hold on. You guys want to see something cool? I can show you something cool. Here's Opara. Here's Casimir. And I believe you are here.
Yes.
Okay.
So, quite a ride between the cities.
Dang. Sure hope Lady Martella Lothide brought a tablet.
Hopefully, she brought enough guards this time.
Oh, I do have that deck of cards
Oh.
that I got from the warehouse.
Hmm.
I fancy myself a poker player. Let's play a game or two, and we can kill some time that way in the carriage.
Yes, and do you all go to, you know that the Tanager Jubilee is a very important thing that Martella Lothide suggested you go to. Because it essentially signifies, the Tanager Jubilee is there to more or less celebrate your arrival and celebrating a new house to the Bettany estate.
Good.
Are we gonna be able to stop by our estate first, or are we gonna, or is it the plan we beeline it for the
Martella would have recommended going straight to the Tanager Jubilee and then making way to your estate.
Yes, of course. Celebrate first.
Mm-hmm.
There will be places that we can store the carriage and the horses respectively, so if that is the direction that you'd wish to go, I can take you there.
I suppose
Most
so.
welcome guide.
Okay. And as you head to the Tanager Jubilee, it is some time again. You arrive there in the next morning. And when you arrive, you are met with an astonishing array of guests, nearly 40 altogether, all being fussed over by an army of servants sporting bird masks. There's quite an additional amount of staff. You see various entertainers, fire breathers, stilt walkers, ferret jugglers. And as you arrive, Count Bartleby Lothide himself. Let me see if I have a handout for the man. Count Bartleby Lothide. I thought he was going to be fat. He's actually quite handsome. Count Bartleby
Good for him.
Lothheed approaches and says, "Oh, well met, newcomers. I am Count Bartleby Lothheed, steward of the County of Merit, landgrave of the Hidden Marches, and tribune of Lotheder. We understand you are the new heirs to the Bettany estates. It is quite the honor to be our new neighbors, we're sure."
Well met.
I nod at him as if like, nice to meet you.
Would you be in your Calbion or would you be in Hugh?
I would still be in Calbion since technically Anastasia is next to us, so I can't really switch disguises.
I mean, you are in an enclosed. Yeah, I mean, you are in an enclosed coach.
Yeah, but then Anastasia theoretically would be wondering because she didn't see you in there, so if Hugh pops out, it's like, yeah.
So that brings up a good question. When we bedded down each night, did you stay in Calbion or did you change to Hugh?
I stayed, or like, were we all in the same room at the? Or did we have separate?
You'd be staying in like tents. So if you stayed in Calbion the entire time during this ride, that's up to you. If you swapped to Hugh,
I stayed at Calbion.
Okay, good to know.
Would that have been comfortable? This would occur during the bedding down for the night, not here. But like, would that have been comfortable?
I kept my mask on and my hat.
Okay, but like, but like, change
No need for
everything else
armor.
into like nobility.
What?
But like, change the rest of your outfit to like nobility. Just keep your mask.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. So,
Don't worry.
Count Bartleby.
Yes. You all seem like good guests. I insist that you stay in the palace apartments for this event, rather than the outlying guest cottages, please. You are free to wander. Any of the servants will take your equipment to the apartments, or any of your items. Otherwise, if you need anything, the staff is more than welcome to help. Please join. Feel free to wander, chat, sample the food, and enjoy the festivities.
I will, very much so.
Thank you
And
for
with
your
that,
warm hospitality.
he nods his head, and you notice him walking off to mingle with other nobility.
Okay, so to clarify, Martella Lothid was telling us to win the favor of the people, but if we do any clandestine activities, that we have an alter ego?
Yes, if you do
Okay.
any subterfuge, do not go as yourself.
Got it. Okay.
And
But appearing as ourselves normally is totally fine.
yeah. And as you all get in, your gear, any items you may have, your luggage is taken. And as shortly after you all arrive, you hear a loud gong playing, and a bunch of people, their attention is turned to it, and you notice them walking into the grand ballroom of this building, which unfortunately I cannot show you a map. Just imagine it in your brains.
Oh, this is awesome. All right, so big ballroom, plenty of performers. Would I be able to kind of look around and see if there's anyone kind of giving us funny looks?
Sure. Do you also all go into the ballroom?
I would.
After I know that our items have been properly dealt with, yes.
Okay.
I'll walk in with the others.
I would ask for directions to the powder room.
You would be given directions. Fun fact, this place does have plumbing.
Hey! Awesome, yes, I will take the directions to the powder room.
Okay. And well, while you all do your things in the main ballroom with Desmond and Calbion, the loud gong went off, and Bartleby Lothheed makes note. Welcome all to the first event for the Tanager Jubilee. As with merit tradition, for each visiting group, you will be assigned a jester to act as your guide and announcer through this event, leading you to the various different events and attending to your personal needs as, well, needed by you all. And one by one, each group is given a jester. Your group is given a flautist named Purple Finch. She leads you each to your room where fresh linens are laid out. She begins explaining the various schedule and events. She explains how the big event is the joust, but there are several hours before then, and then the night is usually ended on a hunt. And there's charioteers, there's cards playing. So many wonderful events during the Tanager Jubilee. And when she is done explaining, she goes, "Oh, do you have any more questions for this event? Would you like to hear a joke? Would you like to hear some of my playing?" And I think that is where we will end it. Before you get a chance to accept one of her jokes, and before I utterly fail to give a funny joke.
We have faith that you'll find a good joke before the next session.
Sure, you'll come back with a joke, for sure.
And there's a new character!
Hello!
A lot of stuff to work with. I do apologize if this was basically a session of nothing.
I got additional ranks, and I got 2 funny masks. I
funny
enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed that.
It was, yes. It was the shopping / information episode. I still think it was fun. I think we had a good time. I had a good time reading all that information to you all. And now, next session, we will begin the full Tanager Jubilee, where you may go jousting, you may deal with chariots, you can make bets on the chariots or in card games, and maybe some totally very not suspicious stuff might happen. Who knows? Find out next session.
Great game, as always. Thank you so much, Pi. This was a blast. Glad to be back behind the screens for this game. So for now, everybody say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube. Happy dungeon delving, everyone. And Pi.
Good pie and stay sweet, yo.